I'm a lit kid beat.
Today's little job is we just brought some of these bilstein and eibach spring suspension, whatever you want to call them, sets. That's actually probably the best set you can get for the money. I mean, it's around about 900 quid. Got it off a nice guy on Facebook for 280, I think. So good deal, I think. He also chucked in the E36 328 brakes. It's very important if you're gonna if your car is 1.8 like mine is at the moment, then you're gonna want to well, you're gonna need to upgrade the brakes to at least like these ones that are on the 2.8. So we're gonna clean them up as usual, sand them down a bit, respray them, and then on Monday Dino's gonna whack them on, and I'll update you on that. So here we've got our projects brewing. So all the shiny E36 bits, nice and shiny. It's gonna look good when it goes on the car. And then all the other bits. Now, as I was saying before, if you start a project, make sure you have a place to store all your stuff. So let's get down to painting. Right, I've shown it to you 100 times already. I'm not gonna bore you with this, but basically make sure you scrape off as much rust as possible with some 80 grade sandpaper, some wire brushes. You don't have to take everything off because a couple of coats of paint will cover it, but try and get as much off as possible, considering if you've got it off, so you can get all the back done as well. And while you're at it, you can also tidy all this up as well. I don't think it's gonna come off because it's not rubbing against anything, and this we're definitely gonna tidy up and paint. Half an hour after scrubbing, degreasing, we're ready for paint. That will be alright. You won't notice anything behind the wheel. So that's all ready now. The easiest way to mask everything up in 2 seconds is with some plastic bags. Just wrap it around all the stuff you don't want to spray, leaving exposed the caliper, and you're ready to go.
Kit beat.
And here's the finished product. Not too bad. Here's another one. Luckily there was a new caliper on this one, so this one's going to take half the time. Right, springs and shocks are going on. Get it nice and low. Send my videos? Yeah. Nah, just one day I'm gonna make a YouTube shit. I've got so many hours now, and we just fuck about on it.
I'm a lit kid beat.
Right, so we got the E36 lowered, much better. What's good about bilstein and eibach lowering suspension kit is that, yeah, the car is stiffer, but the bumps you can't really feel it that much. Sort of doesn't send shocks all the way down the car. Quite nice and smooth. Back you can see as well. So overall, pretty happy with the result. Next, today we're gonna replace these crappy old door handles. It's a very easy fix because they really make your car look crap. And then we're gonna try and put the wooden panels in here, change the gear knob. We'll see how we go anyway. Taking them off is a pretty simple process. You get your either panel removing tool or wrap a screwdriver with some sellotape. So just prise it under there, it'll pop off. and then you can just pull it off. I mean, I'm not worried about breaking it because I'm swapping it over, but if you're careful, you will not break it.
Cheap plastic door handles. In this case, it's a Toyota. Look at this. Whoops-a-daisy. Cheap plastic crap.
Right, before putting the new door handle on, I'm gonna wrap this bit because I tried painting it, and look, because you're always touching it and stuff, you're scratching it and it just looks shit. So I'm gonna wrap it and then put the cover on. So see what happens. So degrease with some white spirit. Wipe it dry. That looks better already. Just make sure you apply plenty of heat to the edges to make them stick properly. If needed, maybe add some glue. You know, we'll carry on heating it for a bit longer. Now that's handle's wrapped, I can put on the new trim. So not to break it, kind of hooks in there and then pushes in. I found quite an annoying problem that this seal keeps popping off as you're pushing it in, so put some sellotape on it to hold it in place while I'm pushing it in. So I've got this hooks in on the bottom, and I think on top you have to give it a very good push for it to click in. And for some reason, it's not fucking clicking in. God knows why. Okay, finally managed to fit it. Looking much better. And when putting on vinyl or headlight film, don't forget to take the protective film off.
I'm a lit kid beat.
Alright, to take off this panel, first all this armrest needs to come off. So really, to do all this, you're gonna need this and a Phillips screwdriver. So first we'll undo the ashtray.
I'm a lit kid
Right,
beat.
then you just yank this up like this, so this bit comes off. And then you just lift it up like so. Just lift it off, it's held by a clip, and then just move it back. Move it back.
I'm a lit kid beat.
There's a screw under there. Okay, so you don't need to completely take it off. So you just move it back, and you see a screw under there and under there. So you undo both of those. Once the ashtray is off, you've got a screw under there like this.
I'm a
Okay,
lit kid
it's
beat.
actually easier to remove the center console completely, because then you can move this freely. So, okay, to start off, you'll find an edge, slide a thin screwdriver in there, and just carefully pop off this panel, like so. Careful that you don't damage these clips. It comes off very easily, as you saw. So take it off completely. Turn the key once.
I'm a
This
lit
down
kid
to neutral.
beat.
somehow it should pull off. So you just basically yank it and it all comes off here. Right, so then you just lift out all these buttons. Then it's joined on by the connections like this. So you pop it off, put it to one side. Now you can start unscrewing this. Actually, then you need to push these buttons out as well. This whole kind of panel. That's it. Pop down. Disconnect them. And then you're ready to unscrew. Okay, then get your fingers under there and push the emergency button. Okay, next you prise out this bit. It's kind of clipped in, so you unclip it and then you just take it out. And then you should get
I'm a little kid beat.
You'll get to the screws that's holding it all down. Just up there and up there. One screw there and another screw there. Okay, then there's another screw there, so we'll remove that one. Alright, one last screw that's holding it all together. Well, there is one here, and also there is just one under there. Basically, you'll feel it. Quite a long screw. So all this is hanging off now. So your centerpiece can finally come off. Okay, today we'll unwrap this box of goodies finally. I'm trying to whack on as much as possible on the car. So that's the E36 wooden interior. So we've got this lovely bit. Here we're going to try and do a bit of a repair before putting it on. So that's to go on. Well, we don't need that. Then a couple of nice ashtrays. Oh yeah, the gear lever. Let's see how that goes on in a minute.
I'm a little kid beat.
These we're gonna put on later when we respray the side panels. There's another ashtray here. So first thing first, we're gonna mix up some epoxy and cover that so that it doesn't spread.
I'm a little kid beat.
So squeeze out a bit of epoxy. Mix it up. Okay, so I put a dollop of epoxy in there to cover that gap. And so on, you won't really be able to see it because this bit is kind of inside the panel. It's not any bad. You're just doing it so that it doesn't spread further, really. All the cracks and stuff. So just leave it for half an hour, and then once it's dry, you're ready to put it on. Okay, your trim, which we're going to replace with the wooden one, is held by these screws. So just unscrew it and disconnect it. Now that we've removed the centerpiece, we're not going to stop there. I'm actually going to wrap it with this tough vinyl. Maybe it's a crazy idea, but I think it's going to look cool with the red roof. So to start off with, we're going to mark off how much we need, prepare the surface, and then try gluing it on. So lay it on top. This much is enough. Cut off a piece. Okay, before sticking anything to anything, we know that we have to prep the surface, so degrease it properly, and inside and out. Well, I'm going to start off by putting some super glue inside of here and sticking really hard this bit in, so it sticks well. So wipe off all the dirt and dust, see how dirty it was. Okay, the edge is stuck on, so now we can start wrapping it around. Okay, it's coming along nicely, so do it bit by bit. Apply adhesive, stretch it, put some clamps on as well. Now we've got a few creases here. It's not the end of the world, but it looks like some glue didn't get in there. So I'm gonna try and inject some glue. Take some glue, get a syringe, and inject it where those creases are to get some adhesion. Okay, then it's pretty much done. I think it was worth the effort, so I'm just going to do the obviously the other side now. Well, I just realized something. When you wrap this, obviously you're going to make this area a bit thicker. So there's these clips here. I don't know where the fuck they put them in there, it'd be stupid. But anyway, they're gonna get in the way, so it's good to take them out with a screwdriver. And just like that, break them all off. Right, so we've wrapped the center console bit in red leather vinyl wrap. Now we're gonna start putting it all back together. First I'm gonna try and polish this up as much as I can. Then next stage is I'm gonna wrap this gloss black. I don't know, it just looks a bit old to me. And then I'm not gonna do anything with this because it's done it nice and glossy before. The lacquer is pretty decent on this. Just gonna change this to the vinyl. And then put the ashtray in, and the other ashtray as well in the back. It's over there, and then ready to go. Now I've also I was just thinking, should I wrap this? Nah. I've also taken off your bit under by your knees. I'm not sure what it's called. So I'm gonna wrap this red as well to make it all matching. Basically have the bottom bit of the center console red with wood and the top leaf black, gonna polish it up basically. So we'll see what happens. I'm just using this 1 pound shit to polish this. So that's the before. I'll just see if it makes any difference. Well, it's looking a bit more shiny. I mean, not perfect, but I'm gonna use some more expensive stuff, maybe a bit later, but it's not too bad. Right, next, I'm gonna wrap this bit gloss black. So it'll be a lot easier if I take off all this at the back, so it's just held in by clips. So get a Stanley knife, kind of bend back one of those clips and all this will come off. Right, if you have that sport button, you just push it out. There's these, just simply press these clips, it comes out. Now this should just lift up. Come on. Actually, it's a lot easier if you use this tool here. So get it under there and then carefully prise it off. You don't want to break these pin bits, you don't want it flapping about, but then if you do, you can stick it with glue. So no danger, brothers. Voila. So it just comes off like this. So we're just gonna quickly wrap it now. Clean all this shit in there while we're at it. Oh, actually it all comes out like this, which is very nice. We can give it a good old clean. There's probably fucking herpes, gonorrhea, fucking stale jizz and all that kind of shit in there. E36 drivers, dirty motherfuckers, remember that. That's how inside of your shifter looks, in case anyone was interested. Useless information, but there you go. We're gonna clean all this shit because it's full of jizz. Right, let's wrap this bad boy now. Right, first stage of wrapping done. We'll leave this to settle for a bit while we chill, and then cut it all off and then put it all together. So here's the finished product, guys. Not bad, I think. It's the first time I've wrapped something like this, so not too shabby. So now we're gonna put everything back, see what happens. Right, we've put new suspension in, bilstein shocks and eibach springs. Always good, but I shot myself a little bit. I was gonna go and beg the guy who sold it to me. Well, nah, he's a very nice guy actually. But anyway, it felt like suspension's fucked, because when you're driving, you can still hear all these, well, not all these, but knock. You hear it? See, hear that? Basically, feels like suspension's proper fucked. What it was in the end, it's one of the engine mounts has actually came off, and the engine is literally hanging on the X-frame, or on the subframe. So really that is shit. So we're gonna whack on the engine mount, hopefully show it to you. But yeah, don't jump to the conclusions. If your car feels a bit like something's loose, or like one of your bushes is bad, or one of the arms is bad, and you fixed everything and it still doesn't feel right, it's got a knock like this, then it's most probably the engine mount. So here's a tip for you. So tomorrow or in a couple of days we'll get it fixed. Hopefully it will be over. Ooh, look at that moon. Fucking hell. No wonder it's been shit couple of days. Fucking full moon. Shit ain't going right. Blame it all on the full moon.